Welcome to another episode of Love and Reality Podcast. I am your host, Ricky Valera. On today's episode, we are here. The finale of The GOAT has arrived. I'm excited to chat about it. This episode is just a little bit late, and the only reason it is because I wanted to give the opportunity to upload this the night of the finale instead of the morning, because I want people to have the opportunity to listen to the podcast and figure out for themselves who won the GOAT season 14 reality superstars moved into the GOAT Manor to face off in a brand new hilarious competition show hosted by Daniel Tosh. They competed over 20 challenges, earning and breaking one another's trust to battle it out for $200,000. And of course, the title of greatest of all time. Through 9 episodes, we saw elimination 1, Joey Sasso. Elimination number 2, Taisha Adams. Episode 3, Lawrence Speed Hamilton. Episode 4, Kristen Doty. Episode 5, Justin/Alyssa Tech Holmes. Episode 6, Reza. Episode 7, Wendell. Episode 8, CJ. And episode 9, we saw Davon go home, which was massive, 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 and even more massive. Because obviously that was the person that I think all of us had pegged at who's going to win this competition. Obviously, getting eliminated doesn't mean you're not going to win the competition, but she played a great game and she made a statement saying, look, whoever wins this show is going to be tied to me for a very long time. The GOAT winner and the person that is associated with that is going to be me, which, I mean, she's not exactly wrong, folks. But obviously, Powell is riding a high right now. She made a power move to remove the best player in the game, which also Jason technically made a power move because he's the one that technically voted her out. Could have voted out Joe. Tosh has arrived where he has one more last bit where he's trying to make us all laugh. I really have enjoyed Tosh as our host. Jill makes fun of Joe for having like a million lives. Tosh asked Powell about eliminating Davon, followed by who she would knock out now. Obviously, she kept their cards to the chest. The competition will be focused around the GOAT, which was a brilliant way to end this season. I thought it was hilarious. Someone will be eliminated today. That first competition, you're gone. Jill wants Jill gone because he has quote unquote skated through the show. A lot of people would agree with that. All right, the competition is as follows. They will throw the ring lifesaver over the buoy like they did in the first competition. Next, they will pop the pimples to find the golden key to unlock the treasure chest. And then, of course, they will do a tiny table flip. Next, they will complete in a word scramble and move to the front yard where they will fire off tomatoes in a slingshot like we did in that one episode. As they go through, they will collect puzzle pieces and dump them on a table and complete the puzzle. The last person to finish will be eliminated from the show immediately. Early on, Powell was kicking ass and taking names. Joe was actually coming in second place, with Jason moving into third. The unscrambling meant they would have to spell, and Powell was struggling. Joe wasn't doing very well either, but what they had to spell was not only the person's name of the person on the GOAT itself, but how they were eliminated. So from start to finish, how they were eliminated, which is wild to even think about. Joe was in need the leader spot. I was rooting for Joe from this moment forward because everybody from Tosh to Jill to anybody that's been on the show made fun of this man because of where he was in the competition. And he goes out there and does his thing. Jason turned his in. It was wrong. Jason is hilarious. Like, he is just so much fun. Powell's done. She's moving on to the next phase. In the middle of the tomato throwing competition, Powell lost a tooth, which is kind of crazy. Powell and Joe are now at the puzzle table, with Jason and them joining them shortly after. Jill kind of swooped in last minute, which was pretty crazy. This was a close one, knowing one of these folks are heading home. Joe won the competition, which was amazing. Again, I love that he had the opportunity to just kind of throw this last competition in his face. Powell is in second, and Jason comes in third, of course, eliminating Jill. Jill was a little emotional on her way out the door. Tosh reveals that the final 3 will have to con the eliminated people into giving them $200,000. We see each of the previous contestants arrive to GOAT Manor, ready to cause a ruckus. Each one of them look angry, mad as fuck at everybody. Each of these eliminated castmates will cast a vote to pick a winner of the GOAT. Tosh tells Joe, Powell, and Jason they have 60 minutes to convince them to vote for him. We love what we saw here. We saw the return of Lauren. We see Alyssa looking as fine as ever. And then we see Joey, my boy Joey Sasso, back in the house. He said whoever makes him the best s'more will get his vote. Taisha criticized the final three, including Joe, which was hilarious. Queen Davon says she's back and she should be in the final three, which is also very true. But Power made a power move of all power moves. I really kind of wanted low key Joe to win. Like, I just feel like that would have been fucking hilarious. Joe and Wendell talk, and he questions his game playing. Joe is trying to explain that his game was the social game, and he played it good. Joe is laying it on thick to everyone. It even impresses Dave on with the fact that he was playing the actual game. Let this man fucking win. We want Joe. We want Joe, is what I was screaming when I was watching this episode. Joe talks to Taisha, who is pissed at him for her elimination. Obviously, they had a pack. She was pissed. She was ready to vote for him, but his actions led to her thinking otherwise. Jason's turn. We got a rotation of Joe, Jason, and then Pal breaking down their talks with the people in the house. CJ calls out Jason's game. CJ should have been in the final three as well, period. She should have won this damn game. I even say, I love CJ. I think that she's amazing. I thought she played a great game. Obviously, being eliminated, powerhouse by Davon was brilliant. Davon and Jason sit and chat. She asks him if making the move was worth their friendship. He says no. She wants to vote for him, but doesn't believe him. Paolo time. She said Paolo says the biggest game move from period. Like, she pitches the exact thing that she should have. I made the biggest move in this game. I got rid of the GOAT of this show. And that's 100% reason why you should vote. Period. End of story. We didn't get nearly enough Alyssa in this episode. I'm just pointing that out to everybody at home. Tosh asked Taisha if she had cleared the air. Joe said, I played the game and that's why I'm here. She gave him the business. I don't care. I'm Team Joe right now. Joe is amazing. I love Joe. Jason revealed that Jill told him before the vote that Davon or Joe, it was either Davon or Joe. She said he knew what he needed to do, talking about get rid of Davon, but Jill's pissed because she said she didn't say that. Jason gives it back to Jill. Like, these two are about the business, which I have an interview with Jason and Jill that you'll be able to hear up on the Love and Reality podcast, as well as right here on my YouTube channel, that they kind of address some of the things that went on here. Paolo stood on business. Davon respected her for that. And that's why I thought Paolo was going to win this thing. Tosh opened up an envelope. It said go to danieltosh.com for his tour dates, which was hilarious. In a vote of, I think, what is it? 3, so 11, 10-1. Pal beats Joe and Jason to win the season 1 of the GOAT. And honestly, this is all tied to Davon. And Davon said that the winner will be tied for her for the rest of eternity. And she's right, because Pal won because she knocked out Davon. Period. End of story. It's not even a question of what happened. Like, this is 1,000% why she won this competition. And I'm not mad about it. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But in my interview with Jill, Jason, and Joe, Jill brought up Jason should have pitched to everybody that, hey, the reason Davon left was because of my vote. I made the decision to turn my back on her. If he would have done that, he probably could have been standing there tall and would have won this competition. But either way, that is it for season 1 of the GOAT. I would love to hear your thoughts on how everything unfolded this entire season. You can check out my interviews from earlier in the season with most of the cast: Joey Sasso, Lauren Speed Hamilton, Justin Alessa Edwards, Reza, CJ, Joe, Jason. The list goes on and on and on. And like I said, I've got exit interviews with Jill, Joe, and Jason all together uploading on the YouTube as well. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Love and Reality podcast. I will talk to you guys later.